Hey guys, what's up? In this particular lesson, we'll be talking about great hacks on studying effectively and becoming a topper in whatever field of study you choose. This is presented by me, Roman Saini, and if you feel that courses on an academy are helping in any way, you can just click on the contribute button and leave a course fee. It'll really help us in bringing more courses. You can also follow me on an academy for all the cool lessons. That is unacademy.in/user/Roman Saini. Why study smart? This is a question people ask me. Like, it is usually because of make learning fun. You can have more time for leisure activity. It'll help you develop a healthy study life balance, getting better grades, better college, and having fun at job, cracking competitive examination, better life satisfaction. All these reasons, that is why you should study smart. The most important principle for today is learn to teach others, not to pass a test. Always learn as if you are teaching others. This is the right approach. Whenever you learn to teach others, more and more logical coherence between various concepts happen in your head. When you learn to pass a test, you do not tend to remember, you do not network as such. Three biggest focus area for today is what to do before class, what to do during class, what to do after class. So let's start with what to do before class. Before class, you have to trace the map before you start the journey. This is the first step. It includes three parts: conditioning, snowballing effect, exploring and guessing, and making sure you're 100% prepared for the class before you attended. All these points help you doing this. Okay, so first you need to know what is schema. Schema is basically a mental plan or a skeleton or a framework or an outline or a model about an idea. So learning new ideas is very easy if you have an existing schema about that. It's a psychological concept. Now, more you gather information and develop a coherent view about a concept, better your schema becomes. Okay. As your schema improves, it becomes easy to gather further information related to the current schema. So it's all about building information, and as you have more information, it becomes more easy for you to learn big things. It's basically the big picture that once it is clear, it is too easy for you to fit in smaller pieces. It is about the outer skeleton. So always focus on the schema and the big picture. Having a clear schema is always best for new learning. Having a fuzzy or not so clear schema is not so good. It's not good at all. For example, schema for driving. Whenever I learn driving or anybody else learn driving or swimming, it is really hard to focus on anything at all. I don't know how people listen to music, do such stuff. Till the point I did not know how to learn drive. As the schema develops, you realize that you can talk, you can listen to music while operating subconsciously. Also, let's assume we are moving to USA where the driver sits on the left side rather than on the right side. Now, the learning will be much easier if you already know how to drive rather than doing it all alone. So, schema helps you in learning new information. Make a strong foundation, always works on basics. Again, schema comes into picture. Before learning medicine or before becoming doctor, you need to learn basic biology and related terms, otherwise, you will not be able to understand anything on medicine. Similarly, before learning advanced calculus, you need to understand basic of mathematics. It's applicable to everything and anything in the field of life. Big building need to have a strong foundation. Okay, so make a strong foundation, work on your basics. Now trace the map before you start the journey. So there are the 3 points: conditioning, exploring, and guessing. What is conditioning? Before the start of any class, either in school, tuition, college, coaching, etc., make sure you understand what pre-existing level of knowledge is required for the subject. Otherwise, you will not be able to comprehend what teacher is teaching. If you lack in the knowledge, make sure you learn it before the class begins. You ask your seniors, friends, consult teachers, consult books, online courses, students of the existing class, etc. If you won't, you'll not be able to make head and tail out of it, and you'll fall behind the rest of the peers, and then it will become really difficult to catch up. So you need to know what you need to know, otherwise the class will not make sense. This will lead to snowballing effect. What is snowballing effect? Positive snowballing effect means if you have an awesome initial understanding even before beginning of the class, you will become more knowledgeable as the time passes by. On the other hand, negative snowballing effect means that if you are lagging behind, if you are not clear with your concept to begin with, you will grow weaker and weaker. In either way, the momentum will be very much, and it will be very hard to change later on. So choose your destiny carefully, it's in your own hand. Second point is exploring. So after you are done with the snowballing, go through the syllabus and previous year question papers. You go through textbook, you run through, skim through class notes, you do online search for unfamiliar concepts. You exactly need to know what is going to be taught in the class, and ask your seniors who have taken the same class. You explore what you need to learn. Now the third step is guessing. So once you're let's done with the first class, once you're done with a particular class, make sure you guess or predict what you're going to learn in the next. If you are right, You'll feel really, really good about yourself and will be over the moon. Your dopamine and serotonin, which are neurotransmitters and neurochemicals, they will increase, which will aid in memory formation and your memory is sealed forever. However, if you're wrong, then try to understand why and not repeat the same mistake again. Either way, you'll feel good about yourself and it will be a win-win situation. Okay, so these are the three steps before the class. Now comes during the class. During the class, you need to know how to attend class properly and you need to know how to take notes properly. First of all, you tend to sit on the front row, backbenchers. I'm sorry, but if you sit on the front row, you can sit and see and hear teacher better. You're less likely to be distracted. You won't be looking at other students because there is no one sitting in front of you, right? Keep yourself armed, not with guns and weapons, but with pen, pencils, notebooks, geometry box, whatever textbook, atlas, etc. Do not use cell phone. Nobody likes it. Not your students, not your teacher. Engage with the class. Not Please do not engage with others. Engage with the class means do not sit mute. Do not sit as if you are completely uninterested. Ask questions. Ask relevant, intelligent questions from the teachers. Keep on predicting what the teacher is going to teach or ask next. Okay, this will help you in more and more retention. Now, how to take notes? Do not write everything what teacher dictates. It is impossible, right? Because teacher is speaking at a very, very rapid pace. Just try to understand the concepts and not facts. Write down in your own words. Try to make notes in question and answer format. For example, teacher is teaching something. What is the summary of that? What is the gist of that? This and that and those. Even if teacher is dictating, take notes on your own words because you are 7 times as likely to remember information 1 week later if you take notes. Otherwise, you will tend to forget a lot. Now always show up for the class. Study process either begins or get consolidated in the class because it has lots of information which is audio, visual, multimodal sensation is present. It helps our brain stay attentive. Just showing up dramatically increase your odds of success in life anywhere rather than if you're just lying on your bed. Okay, so always show up. Now, after class, what to do after class? This is the most important part, that is self study and in a zero distraction environment, respecting your body clock, doing the homework, and focusing on health and nutrition. So, self study is literally the most important thing if you want to become a topper. Do not study for marathon session of 5 to 10 hours. Do not reread anything, just leave it with an asterisk, that is star mark, and move on, revisit later. Use flashcards. It is an amazing way of learning, retaining, and reproducing information. Literally, it helps a lot if you can summarize everything on flashcards. Please stay in a zero distraction environment. Do not study for more than 40 to 45 to 55 minutes and always take 5 to 15 minutes break. Do not put out all nighters. You will not remember new concepts, but you can do it if you want to revise already learned material just once before the exam. Preferably sleep for at least 6 hours. Study as if you will be teaching the topic someone else because it will help you in developing a coherent network among the concepts. Practice revise as much as you can. Try to study at the same place again and again. Help in memory formation. Try to stay at a similar time. It helps in development of routine. Please do not put on music. Now go to home and do it. Do your homework. It could be as an assignment or revising your notes. And it is best done immediately after the class because longer you delay it, harder it will become. And after a few weeks, you'll need to start afresh. Respect the body clock. Find out the best time where you are the most attentive. Do not have any preconceived notion that you can study best in the morning at 4 o'clock or in the evening. Whatever works for you works for you. May not work for others. Try to read it at the same time and same place day after day after day. Finally, zero distraction environment. You have to say 100% no to social media, mobile phones, unless it is an emergency. And also try to avoid studying on bed because you tend to feel asleep. Use earplugs to block noise and use blank wall with dull color. Please do not use any music. And finally, have best of the food. Your brain works only when you are eating right. Avoid sugar and oil. Eat green leafy vegetables. All those you can get on internet. Just Google nutrition, balanced diet. Caution that eat sugar just before and during the exam. It really helps. For example, chocolate like Snickers, etc. Sleep for 6 to 9 hours a day. It can vary from person to person. Not less, not more. And do a physical exercise for 45 to 60 minutes a day. It will certainly help. So I hope these tricks help you. I'll be making a course on how to be a perfect student later on. So do leave your feedback and thank you for watching this lesson. Have an awesome day.